Yo, what's going on, FG fam? Welcome to another episode of the Miami Marlins franchise here on MLB The Show 21. It is episode number 32, and we have some action for you. We'll be taking on the Mets, the Braves, the Diamondbacks in this episode. We also have a player lock for you, some critical situations going on, so we're going to progress the season a little bit here, and we'll see what we can do. Make sure you guys drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel for the love of franchise content. That is literally what we do here. Please check out in the description below the Discord if you want to connect with me outside of just YouTube, and the Twitch link if you want to come see me live as often as possible. 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. sometime is usually when I start going live over on Twitch, so if that's something that you're interested in, that is there. There's also my handles for Twitter and Instagram and TikTok down there if you want to go ahead and check those out as well. But without further ado, let's get into this episode. Don't go anywhere. And we begin today's episode on the road in Citi Field in Flushing, New York, as the New York Mets just a half a game behind our Miami Marlins in this NL East division. You take a look there, 66-39 versus 66-40, a marquee matchup here at Citi Field today in Queens, New York, in Flushing. It is David Peterson on the mound for the Mets. He is having an extremely good season, 13-2 so far with a 1.76 ERA and a .9 whip. 104 strikeouts so far on the season, and he gets John Birdie here on the inside slider for out number one of this game. Gleyber Torres has a runner on second here on a 3-2 pitch, and Torres taking this one out to right field. Runners on the corners in the top of the first. Can the Marlins strike first? Here's Michael Conforto. He goes down swinging, and Conforto has had a little bit of a down year after such an amazing one last season. Lucas Giolito on the mound for our Marlins. He's having a great year as well, 11-3, 2.93 ERA and a 1.19 whip. This just his second start since coming over at the trade deadline, and here is the pitch, and this one is hit into right center field all the way up to the wall. It'll be a double here as the Mets put a runner in scoring position. Here's Frankie Lindor on the 3-2 pitch, and he hits this one into center field, and that base hit will bring home the first run of the ball game as Jeff McNeil slides head first into home plate. The Mets with that 1-0 lead. Here's Eloy Jimenez on a full count in the top of the second, and Eloy Jimenez gives this thing a ride to left field. It is gone like a girl in a country song. 402 feet out of this park, and Eloy Jimenez ties the ball game with the solo shot there. Lindor can't believe it. The work that he did in the bottom of the first erased just like that. Here's Austin Hayes at the plate in the bottom of the second, batting .259 on the season. This will bring his average up a little bit, all the way up to the wall, and he's got a leadoff double here in the bottom of the second inning. J.D. Davis at the plate. He will strike out on the slider away. Great pitch from Giolito. His second strikeout of the ball game. Here's James McCann at the plate now. Still runner on second. McCann grounding one over to short, and Javi Baez takes care of it for out number two. Will the Mets strand Austin Hayes at second? David Peterson will have to get it done himself, and this one another grounder over to Baez, who will throw on to Bradley for the final out of the second inning. We move to the third. Bottom of the third, here is Lourdes Gurriel Jr. with 2 on and 2 away, and he gets this one barely over the right field wall, 385 feet. Lourdes Gurriel Jr., one of the newest members of the New York Mets organization, hits the 3-run bomb here to give the Mets the 4-1 lead. So in comes Marcus Stroman later in the game here as Peterson was giving up a few hits here. Marcus Stroman, 17 games pitched. He's 2-0. He's been relegated to long relief this season for the Mets. And with a runner on first base here in the top of the fifth, it doesn't get better for Stroman. There is a bomb from Javi Baez, 354 feet, his 28th home run of the season. Baez is just having a wild year right now, and it's good to see because Baez is a big-ticket member of this team. You want to see him live up to his price tag. 4-3 is the score in the bottom of the fifth. Giolito's still in this ball game, and he gives up a ripper to left center field. That is an easy leadoff double here in the bottom of the fifth. And some trouble could start here again. Here's Brian Hayes. He's going to take a walk from Giolito. So one of the youngest, newest members of the New York Mets will walk for Frankie Lindor. And in comes Nicholas Boucher. He has been called up from AAA to the majors as a long reliever right now. 4.58 is his ERA so far this season in the majors. And here up against Lindor, he's going to walk him as well. So a couple of straight walks here by a couple of different pitchers for the Marlins. And the bases are loaded with nobody away for Joey Gallo, who will strike out on a fastball 91 miles an hour. Surprising he couldn't make contact with that, but that will bring up Lourdes Gurriel Jr., who already has a 3-run bomb today. Make this one a grand slam to straightaway center field. An absolute moonshot. 425 feet for Gurriel, and he is single-handedly destroying the Marlins here today. You could just take his 7 runs, and they would be winning this ball game easily at the present time. So we'll see if the Mets can hang on in this one. 8-3. Here's Gleyber Torres. He strikes out with some runners on base. Not what we want to see our newest member of the Marlins do here, our rental player. Matt Andriese coming in. He's 7-4 on the season in relief. He will go up against the pinch hitter J.J. Bleday, who's batting .353 in this role. He's been doing pretty well all season. This one grounding over to third, and the misfired by Brian Hayes to get Bleday on second. Here's John Birdie here in this top of the ninth. 2-2 pitch, and John Birdie down the right field line, attempting to make a diving play. It just did not work out for him. So a base hit for John Birdie as runners on the corners. Here's Javi Baez. Still, Andriese still in this game, and Baez with a base hit going to bring home a run and cut this lead to 4. Can the Marlins make an incredible comeback? We'll see, but Edwin Diaz coming into the game now. The Mets are not going to mess with this lead. 27 of 30 on his save opportunities so far this year. He's been amazing against lefties, not so great against righties, and here is Mike Trout. And Trout will take this down the right field line all the way into the corner here of right field at Citi Field, and Mike Trout has an RBI double to make it 8-5. Now just a 3-run game. Here's Gleyber Torres, and Torres takes this one to second. A diving stop. They will throw Torres out, but he has an RBI to make it 8-6, and the tying runner comes up to the plate in Michael Conforto. And Conforto goes down swinging on a 2-seamer out of the zone. Not a good swing from Conforto. That'll bring up Eloy Jimenez. Same situation. Tying run at the plate. Jimenez hits this one deep to left field, and it is caught at the warning track to end the ball game. Wow. What a ninth inning. Absolutely action-packed game here at Citi Field, and the Mets now hold the division lead by a half a game at the present time. Jimenez and Baez both hit home runs in this game, but it wasn't enough to compete with Lourdes Gurriel Jr.'s 7 RBIs, a 3-run shot, and a grand salami in this game for Gurriel Jr. So, after losing 2 straight to the Mets and giving up the division lead, what would Miami do now? A 9-2 lead in this one, and the Marlins do get a 9-2 win to take the division lead back. by a half a game, and then a 10-8 lead in this one in which they would win 11-8. So now a game-and-a-half lead for the Miami Marlins is restored after ending up splitting the series with the Mets. We lose game one against the Braves, and then here Ryan Muller going to have a chance to close this ball game out. A 3-2 lead, the 68-42. Miami Marlins looking to get their 69th win of the season. Nice. Marcell Ozuna up at the plate. He hits this one out deep to left field, but it will get caught for the final out of the game and seal the deal for the Miami Marlins to win their 69th game of the season. They have done their job to battle off the Mets after losing the first two games of that set, and after losing the first game of this set against Atlanta, they take a 3-2 victory with 3 runs scored in the first inning. Gleyber Torres, player of the game, he hit 2 doubles in this one and had 3 ribbies. Lucas Giolito, 6 innings pitched in that one and getting the victory. So we'll see here as we continue to sim the season, winning the next game against Atlanta to take the rubber game 8-6. And now here is a ball game at home against the Arizona Diamondbacks. They are not a very good ball club, 45-67, but we're going to take a look at a bit of a different team here. We've done a lot of showings against division rivals, and for good reason. The division rivals have been giving us a tough time in this series, and it might be part of the reason why we did not make the postseason last year. Sandy Alcantara on the mound. He's 8-6, not a bad record, not a bad ERA either. Same for Madison Bum Bum Gardner, so we'll see what he can do against us as well. 9-7 record, a 3.35 ERA. Javi Baez in the bottom of the first is not going to make it easy on Mad Bum as he crushes this thing out to left field with all his might, and Javi Baez, 425 yards, or foot, gosh, not yard, foot slam out to left field, his 29th homer of the season. Baez looking like he could hit 35 to 40 home runs quite easily this season, and that would be incredible for him in his second year as a Marlin. Here's Michael Conforto, and this thing is hit to straightaway center field, and it is gone. Michael Conforto adding to the Baez home run with his 17th of the year. He has a lot of catching up to do if he wants to hit 25, 30 homers, but hey, Conforto definitely capable of getting hot. Bottom of the third against Mad Bum. 3-0 lead on him, and John Birdie, out of all people in this lineup, slams one to straightaway center, and John Birdie has himself a 390-foot bomb for his 8th, that's right, 8th home run of the season. Not much of a power hitter, John Birdie, but he gets it done here and extends the lead to 4-0. Here's Eloy Jimenez, and he loves that left field wall, baby. He hits it over that thing consistently, and there it goes again. Another bomb. Bombs away. The fireworks continue. 435 feet for that Eloy Jimenez homer, extending the lead once again. Mad Bum is getting mad bombed off of in this game. Christian Robinson up at the plate here against Alcantara. He's got runners on, and he's going to hit this one all the way up against the wall in right center field. That's going to drive 2 runs home off of Alcantara. This is usually the time of the game where Alcantara gets a little tired, so Taylor Rogers going to come in here. He's only pitched in 21 games this year, but he's done pretty well, a 1.56 ERA, not giving up the runs, and there's the slider away that will get Peralta to get through the 6th inning for the Miami Marlins. Here's Vidal Brujan, and he gets a single up the middle against Rogers in this 7th inning, and that's going to bring home a run, make it 5-3. Arizona has a chance to make a comeback. Here's Sean Armstrong coming into the game for them, and this may not have been the best managerial decision as he's got a 5.69 ERA. You don't want to bring up guys that are struggling against a lineup like this. Sean Murphy bombing this one out to right center field, and a 428-foot bomb catches him up with John Birdie on the season with his 8th home run of the year. Sean Murphy, not really a guy we rely on to hit for power. We just want him to get some base hits as our catcher and a very good defender. But there he gets the big solo shot to extend the lead to 6-3. Here's Gleyber Torres with a bouncing ball up the middle, and he is thrown out at first. Had an opportunity to bring home a run. It will not count. Here's Guillermo Marquez coming into this game. 7-4 record so far this year here in this top of the 8th. This one is given a ride all the way out to left center field. It hits the bottom of the wall on the fly, and that'll bring home the 4th Arizona run. Here's Carson Kelly, and Kelly to right field will bounce on there. They're going to attempt to score the runner from third, and look at this, way ahead of the runner to get him at the plate. Here's Ryan Muller coming in. He's 4 for 4 on his save opportunities so far this season here in the top of the 9th. This is a dribbler over to third on a 3-2 count by Jamie Lisi, and he is thrown out at first for out number 1. Here's Nick Ahmed, the 8-hole hitter. This one grounded over to third. Look at Baez on the backup, and he gets the throw in time for out number 2. Here's Tucker Barnhart, pinch hitting now for the pitcher. He will go down on a changeup low and in. And there you go, a 1-2-3 ninth inning for the Marlins to secure a 6-4 victory against a lesser foe here in the Arizona Diamondbacks. Javi Baez is your player of the game with a home run and a double in this one. And Alcantara will pick up another W on the season. Peralta and Robinson with doubles in this one. They had RBIs as well as Vidal Brujan. And for our Miami Marlins, doubles for Anderson and Baez, homers for Murphy, Jimenez, Conforto, Birdie, and Baez. As we go into a AAA ball game, Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp just one game below 500. They're taking on one of the better teams in AAA in the Indianapolis Indians and one of the better pitchers in AAA in Jose Mujica. 12-4 with a 2.28 ERA and a 1.14 WHIP, 105 strikeouts so far on the season in 114 innings. We're taking a look at Brandon Hernandez here, who, with low concentration, going to fly out into foul territory. But we take a look at a defensive opportunity here in the bottom of the first with 2 away, trying to make sure that runner from first does not come home, and Hernandez making the routine fly ball look like no problem. Up at the plate again, going down on the high heat. Man, looks like Hernandez was having a tough time against Mujica. Mujica still on the mound in the top of the 8th with a 2-0 lead, and this one dribbled right back to him. And that's going to do it. The Indianapolis Indians get themselves a 2-0 win here at home against our Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. So the opportunity to get to an even 500 is thwarted. And Jeffrey Pasatino gets the save as he only pitched the 9th inning. Jose Mujica, 7 2/3, allowed 6 hits, only 1 earned run. He was the player of the game in that one. Ryan Muller no longer injured, so he is good to go. Ash Laser coming back now, finally. So there we go. We sweep the Arizona Diamondbacks, then into a series against the Cardinals, up 9-1. We end up winning that one 9-2. No need to jump into that one. We lose a 2-5 game, and then we have another opportunity here, but that one was already 9-4. I'm not going to jump into 5-run leads. That's another dub, so we take the Series 2 games out of 3 against the Cardinals. We got a tough stretch coming up here as we will go on the West Coast swing to take on the Padres and the Rockies, and then we will have the Red Sox, who are another tough team. Taking a look at our season statistics, Gleyber Torres, 306 with 26 homers. He's playing really, really well. 287 for Baez with his 32 bombs. He's just playing great. Anderson's batting 275. Birdie's batting 289. A lot of guys are playing really, really well on the lineup side of things. Our pitching has gotten a little bit worse over time. Max Meyer's ERA has ballooned from what it was early in the season to a 287. If you guys remember, it was under 1 for a long time, and then it was under 2 for an even longer amount of time. But man, it has gotten worse. So then we take a look here at our pitchers in AAA. Cody Poteet is having a really, really nice year We'll see if that can continue. Over at AA, our position players not really playing as well as we would like to see them play, that's for sure, but the pitching has been solid. Nobody with an ERA over 4 except Jordan Holloway having a pretty bad year after having an amazing year last season. He's been relegated to long relief. We hold a 1.5 game lead over the New York Mets now, 75-43 versus 74-45. Nationals are way back, but they are a wild card contender and would be leading the NL Central, where the Reds lead it by 6 games over the under 500 Cubs. Dodgers have 78 wins on the year. Giants have 70. They are 8 games back, though, and the Padres fighting for that last wild card spot with the Giants. So are the Nats, but it's looking like it might be pretty settled early on near the end of the season. The Rays now giving the Orioles a run for their money. White Sox lead the Central. The A's lead the West. The Astros and the Red Sox currently hold wild card spots, but the Orioles are a game back. So the Red Sox have been really, really hot. We're going to have to face them in an upcoming stretch here of our schedule. Jumbo Shrimp, 8 games back. They tend to hover around there, and the Blue Wahoos not having a good second half of the season. So we'll see what ends up happening. We have Max Meyer against Yu Darvish. We will definitely jump in to play that game at the start of next episode. If you're excited, make sure you drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel for the love of franchise/dynasty type of content, which is what we provide over here on the channel. Check out some of the other series that will be linked at the end screen here. Make sure you go check out the Discord and Twitch links in the description below if you want to hang out in places other than YouTube with the great community we have here. Make sure you check out all the socials. Those handles are in the bottom of the description below as well. Thank you guys so much, and if you want to see some more franchise, make sure you click right here to see some more franchise.